Okay.
Hardly had I started my trip in Sweden.
Started
my trip in Sweden, I departed to Norway.
Is it correct?
Having started my trip.
Hardly had.
Having.
You said?
Yeah, having.
No.
Is it hardly?
You said hardly had I started. So
Okay.
it's an expression
Okay.
I taught them. Okay, as soon as I started this, I did this. I did this. Okay,
Yeah, at the same time.
hardly.
Hardly, yeah.
So hardly. Okay.
But it's also very British, so I don't actually say that very often.
Yeah, I know, but they don't say it. Okay, look, you said often.
I can say,
Yeah. You usually say often, but
let's see. How often do I say often? Well, I think I say often whenever I want to speak really fast. If I speak really fast, I say often. But if I don't speak really fast and I speak slowly
Okay.
and pleasantly, it's often.
you see, usually in the grammar books at our schools, universities, we are taught do not pronounce sound T.
Yes.
Not often, but often.
Often.
So, but as I told you, in real life, the speakers, English speakers, they do pronounce it. Okay,
Okay.
continue.
Hardly had I arrived to Norway, I embarked a ship to France. Hardly
Okay,
had I
2 francs or 4 francs is better.
Well, you can use both, to be honest.
Okay.
Hardly had I disembarked in France, I took another ship to Louisiana by
Okay.
Atlantic Ocean.
By Atlantic Ocean.
Via Atlantic
Via Atlantic.
Via, whatever. Via.
Via or via?
Ocean.
Actually, that's, I think, a geographical difference. So you can say via or via depending on where in the English world you're from. But I say via.
Via? Okay.
Look, British people say via.
Via or via?
Via, but Americans say
Via.
via. Okay.
Okay. Hardly had I disembarked in Louisiana, I headed to Mississippi.
Okay.
Hardly had I arrived to Mississippi, I chartered a plane to Illinois. Hardly had I arrived to Illinois, I went to Indiana. Hardly had I came to Indiana, I took
Hardly had I.
come to Indiana, I took a plane to the Netherlands.
Okay.
Hardly had I
Landed.
landed in the Netherlands, I took another plane to Tennessee.
Okay. You can also say I caught.
Oh, okay, I caught. Hardly had I landed in Tennessee, I drove.
I drove.
I drove to West Virginia.
Uh-huh.
Hardly had I come to West Virginia, I caught a plane to Utah. From Utah, hardly had I come to Utah, I took a car to Oklahoma.
Very good. Very, very good.
Yay.
Congratulations. You are the second best in this round. Is it correct?
Yep.